Hey everybody, this is Alexandra from Mama Roo. So if you don't know me, that's who I am. So this Catholic Woven Wraps pre-order is being done through Mama Roo's, which is my brand. We have been around since 2019. We've been working with LennyLamb all throughout that time, and that is why we are using them for this pre-order. So I wanted to give you some important information. I know some of you have been asking certain things. I do apologize because I feel like I can see my allergies are really bad, so I haven't wanted to do videos, and so like it just looks really bad, so I'm sorry. Try here. Okay, so the important thing that I need to communicate. So I really trust the judgment of LennyLamb when it comes to how a design is going to come out. And they don't usually recommend kind of changing different fibers. And they have really strongly recommended using the Lurex. And I trust their judgment. They actually went ahead and even wove a sample for us of the Lurex, so basically it is a metallic looking thread that is going to be woven in the background. It's really hard to simulate that in the images, and so I don't have a good way to show you, but what I do know is that the wraps and carriers that I've seen with this fiber in it before have come out really beautifully, and they are soft. LennyLamb told us in the sample that they wove, it was super soft, it felt really nice, and it was just really beautiful and really added something to it. I really trust their judgment, and I've decided we're going to go ahead and do that option. Now, I know that there are some of you who may not want that option. So if you have already purchased, I am going to send an email out to purchasers saying that we have made that decision. If you have already purchased and having the Lurex is something you absolutely do not want, we can change this. We can cancel your order up until the time that I send this off to LennyLamb to be made. Okay. So again, I'm going to send that. I'm not trying to do things super quick and rush you. I'm really just been trying to get all the information that I need to make the best possible choice for everybody so that everybody gets something that they really love and enjoy. So anyway, I'm going to be sending that out, but this is your reminder here because almost all, if not all of them who have made the purchase are here in this group. So I'm really hoping that this gets to you one way or the other. And so if this is something you really do not want with that in there, I understand. Please let me know before I send that off to there. Now, we might extend the date a little bit to send it off. But for right now, assume that we're sending it off Sunday evening, okay? The reason I say that is because I want to get it to them as quickly as possible so that they can potentially have it ready for Christmas. One of the things that might, decide, what you want to do or not do is the Lurex does take double the time to weave. That doesn't mean it's going to take till February. I don't think. I think it's just, it really is just a matter of getting on the loom. When the 50 meters are done, they're done. That's just how it's, or however many we end up doing. It has to be at least 50. But because it takes that extra time on the loom, there is an additional cost. The additional cost is not huge. What I've decided to do about that is I've decided that anybody who has already purchased, I am not going to change pricing for you. So what you purchased is the cost. The only way you would have any additional fees afterward is if you are having me ship to you and you are not in the United States. So what's going to happen is there are some countries I'm going to have LennyLamb shipped to you directly. So from Poland to where you are, probably in the EU. There are a few of you. So I know I've got somebody who's purchased from Australia, and there might be some other places. So that will come to the United States, and then I will ship from the United States to Australia, some other countries too. So if you're in Australia, if you're in the EU, there's going to be other customs fees associated with that. And I can do my best to try to estimate if you need help. It's hard to do. But anybody in the US, you're not going to get any additional fees. And so even though this is going to be slightly more expensive, anyone who has already purchased at that current pricing is not going to see any additional billing. That's not going to happen. I think that is fair. I am going to increase the pricing, however, to match the Lurex and that expected pricing. I know that that is frustrating for some of you. I know that several of you have been, trying to budget and do these things, and I know that that is frustrating, and I acknowledge that, and I empathize with that. Ultimately, I am in a very difficult position right now because I still have not gotten tax bills from the latest tariff changes, and so all of my pricing is under assumptions that may or may not be true. And there is a distinct possibility, because I'm not going to bill people after that. I don't do that. And we talked about that kind of with the last one. I'm not going to bill somebody afterwards. And so if I've paid for it and it's getting made, it's coming to you, whether I'm making any money on it or not. The price increases are not going to be huge, but they are going to be there. And I hope that you are able to understand that, I need to make sure that I'm able to run this and able to actually, have it justify the time and expense that it takes me also, because this is, my business, and this is my what supports my family. And, doing things at or below cost is just, not sustainable. It's not something that I can do. So what I am going to offer, though, is I'm going to take some notes about what the price changes are, like what the differences are. And anybody who purchases after I've increased that pricing, I'm going to go ahead and give you, after this has been shipped and after you get it, I will email you each individually a gift card for that difference. I might end up doing an average and kind of rounding up, maybe it'll be, I don't know, $15. I don't know. I have to look. I haven't gone through the whole thing as of this moment when making this video. And I might just send a kind of a rounded up thing or something. But I will send you a gift card for Mama Roo's that you could use for a future Mama Roo's purchase. So I think that is pretty fair. If you're not happy with it, I understand, and I can empathize with that. But that's about the best that I can do right now for that. Okay, so some other things. I think I told you the sample of Lurex. I don't even know if that's how you say it, to be honest. I feel like I'm saying Lurex. I don't think that's right. The sample with the gold metallic threads. Like I said, it was really soft, so it shouldn't be any issue at all if anybody's concerned with that. And I think it's going to look really nice. It is, what's I want to say? The care. It is still going to be easy care. So you don't have to worry about anything special. You can take care of it the same way as the cotton. So that's really awesome. You don't have to worry about anything like that. Let's see. Some notes about the fabric. So the reverse, if you haven't noticed, so the way these are woven, I know some people are new. So they are all kind of woven. So you're going to weave all 50 meters or whatever fabric at once. It's a double width, so that's how they're able to cut the carriers from the same fabric. So it's kind of like wrap width, and then imagine like a wrap width stacked on top, and it's all woven as one big thing. So it's really long, they probably sometimes cut it different place, I don't know, but it's a really long piece of fabric that's really wide. And then they will, when that's all done and finished, they'll cut out each piece based on how we've ordered it. So that being said, because there's writing and music on it, something to keep in mind is that I think the colors for the reverse are really beautiful. But the notations and the words are going to be backwards. I haven't been able to think of a way that it could be anything else, because it's going to be woven. It's woven. It's not screen printed. It's woven into the fibers. And then the reverse of that is going to be backwards. So, just something to keep in mind. Again, I really like it. I don't know that it's a big deal for me, but if it's a big deal for you, that's something that you should keep in mind, right? So that's all. That's kind of the challenge with, things like this. Other things. Oh, the ring slings I wanted to mention in case there's anybody who's considering. LennyLamb's ring slings are made for left shoulder as a standard. In a design like this one, it does have a top and bottom. So if you wear your ring sling on your right shoulder, so your rings go on your right shoulder, and you put your baby on left hip, I believe you will likely want to order it as right shoulder. We can order it as right shoulder, but if you do not tell me you need it as a right shoulder, I will order it as left, because that's the default. So if you've already ordered a ring sling and you know you need it right shoulder, message the page, Mama Roo's, or email us, contact@mama-roo.com. Let us know your order number. Let us know what you need, and I will put a note in there and make sure to do it. Again, please do this before I send the things to LennyLamb, because once it's going out there, I may or may not be able to interfere with the process to get that swapped. Um, the yeah, because so what'll happen, so if you put it on your right, it's not like it's not going to work. It'll just be upside down. So it's not going to hurt anything. But if you want it right side up in the color that you chose, standard or reverse, again, it won't change that the writing's backwards on the reverse. That won't change, but the actual up and down. I know it's a little bit confusing, but I'm trying to describe that. Oh, also, I am wearing one of the cardigans right now, in case somebody was asking about that. This is one of the cardigans. So it would have the fabric here in this center bit, and then all the way back like that. So, other things, I did go ahead and add the snood. I did get a product listing for that, so that pricing won't change. That's the Lurex pricing on there, so the metallic pricing, and also the fabric by the quarter meter. So if you order fabric, just know that it's going to be about 70 centimeters. I forget how many inches that is, but like probably about 3/4 yard-ish the one way, and then you're telling me how many quarter meters, so about 1/4 yard-ish, you want out there, right? So that's how I've done that, but we will cut it continuously. So if you want a whole meter, just put 4, and that will be a continuous meter. And again, that's also priced with the gold metallic. That will not be changing because that is the only pricing I have for that. Excuse me. Okay. Let me see what else is on my notes here for you. And then in terms of the time, so I haven't been told explicitly that we will not be able to get it for Christmas with using the Lurex, the gold metallic. I just don't, but I don't know for sure. So that's one of the reasons I really do want to send it to the loom as soon as possible, as soon as we get close to the 50 meters. As of right now, Friday early afternoon, 31st, as of right now, we only have maybe 50% committed. And I can't send it to the loom at 50%. So that's just how that is. I know that there are several of you who, again, are planning things. I get that. I'm just letting you know. So if you want to have it made, we need to have it ordered. We will have a little bit of extra fabric, most likely. If we have it sent. So there may be opportunities. I think there will be opportunities to have some extras made into things for those who aren't quite sure, who want to see a sample. That's what I was saying. If we can extend it a little bit so I can get that sample to show you, I will. I just I want to have it for Christmas if I can, and I don't know if I can or can't. Again, if that changes if you want to order or not, I understand. I just need to know that by Sunday evening if you need to cancel it because you're not sure that you want it if it's going to come late. That's kind of all I have. There's a lot of things that are out of my control. But I'm kind of trying to do my best. I want it to be something that you really enjoy. I want it to look really beautiful. I want it to be something that is special and that, you feel good having and using. And so that's kind of why we've made some of the decisions that we have. Okay, so if you have questions, if you need help, message the page that's on Facebook at Mama Roo's, or email us, contact@mama-roo.com. I do have things that I'm doing with my family today, so I'm trying not to be into that email and chat much longer. I've already been on it more than I wanted to today, to be honest. So that's my update there, but I will be in there. I will be checking on it. If you message us and you need to change something, we will take care of it. Likewise, if you have an order and you want to add something or you wanted to swap things, we can still do that too. Let us do it to the original order, please, if possible. So message us, email us, give us the order number, and tell us what you want changed, and we'll just change it to your original order, and we can, invoice or whatever. I have been trying. So the way our system works is it kind of authorizes a payment, and then, and then we accept the payment when we're ideally, when we're shipping or whatever. Their authorizations do expire, so I have collected some authorizations from you, even though I'm not 100% sure yet that it is running as of this time. I think that it can run. I think that we had enough committed to run. We just don't have a lot of those people having actually ordered carriers, right? So the accessories are great, and I love them, and they do take up things, but they a set of suck pads is like this much fabric as opposed to a carrier, which is this much fabric, right? So it's going to make a difference. So the purpose of that is, some of you have received an actual payment that's gone through. Some of you have not. If it does not run, I will refund you. I would like it to run because it's so many more fees for me to have to deal with. And also I think it'll look nice, but I'm just trying to be honest and transparent about this whole process. Again, I think the gold metallic is going to look really good. I think you're really going to like it. I think it's worth waiting for, even if it is a little bit longer than we want to, but I don't know that it has to be. I think if we can get this on the loom, I don't think it necessarily has to be that it's going to be later. I'm just trying to be really transparent about the process. I like the way the simulation looks. I like that they're excited about it. They really liked the way it looked with the gold metallic. They really liked the way it felt. They went and kind of made that up without me kind of telling them to. They thought it would be really good, and I like seeing that. I think that means that they think that it's going to be a really nice pieces for you. So that's what I have. I think those are all the things in my notes for you. If you have more questions and need help, like I said, reach out to me. Amanda or I will get back to you as soon as we can. I'll probably have to be back in here, obviously, over the weekend because I'm going to have to look for your messages and changes for things. We're just going to see what happens. Thank you again, and we will chat soon. All right.